If the ambient temperature sensor in your car is acting up or not working at all, this material is for you. I will show you how to try and fix it so that everything goes back to normal, and how to replace it if the repair doesn't solve the problem. I will also tell you a few words about used parts, OEM parts, and aftermarket replacements, showing everything using the example of my E61. But you will do it exactly the same way in the E46, E90, F10, X5, and practically any BMW from those years, because the manufacturer installed the exact same component in the exact same place for 2 decades. And now let's get to it. I'm getting to work. This will be a very easy and quick repair, and you won't have any trouble noticing the sensor failure itself. The fault manifests as a notification on the driver's dashboard, accompanied by that characteristic chime that no BMW owner likes. And when such damage occurs, driving the car isn't exactly recommended because something is happening that you definitely don't know about, and I'll explain what it is right now. Listen, there's a myth circulating on forums that if the sensor in the bumper shows minus 40 degrees, the glow plugs will burn out in the middle of summer because they heat continuously. That's nonsense. The computer sees that the engine is at 90 degrees and turns off the heating. But this broken sensor will still ruin your controller and glow plugs, because during every morning start in July, the car thinks it's sitting in Siberia and fries the plugs at 100% power. After every start, the plugs get a massive surge of current completely unnecessarily, which drastically shortens their lifespan when the car is started frequently. Besides that, the post-heating of the combustion chamber lasts longer than it should, so it's better to fix it and not generate unnecessary extra costs. I'll show you how to do it right now. I get under the car and remove the front part of the underbody shield. Right at the front, in the bumper housing, there is the ambient temperature sensor with 2 wires sticking out of it. Before we spend money on a new part, first we'll try to fix it because, due to its location, the sensor is exposed to wind, moisture, and dirt. I clean the connector and the sensor itself with a specialized electrical contact cleaner, because very often the problem isn't a damaged sensor, but rather a lack of communication, as dirt and corrosion prevent the current from flowing properly. Just a small note, it's worth disconnecting the battery beforehand just to be safe and avoid any short circuits, because we definitely don't want any extra surprises. After waiting a dozen or so minutes for the cleaner to evaporate, I plug the connector back into place, and I'll check if everything works in a moment. But before I do that, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. It really helps in recording more content. Thanks. Now I'm starting the car to check if the temperature reading is correct. Outside, it is currently 25 degrees, but there is still no reading from the cleaned sensor at all. It was worth a try, but in this case, we won't get around replacing the sensor with a new one. I have to admit, it is quite expensive at an OE shop, costing almost $100, which is why I personally decided to install an aftermarket replacement that I paid $12 for. You can find the link to the product I ordered in the description below the video. And of course, I am talking about an aftermarket replacement here because I have tested it over the last 3 months, and it works perfectly without absolutely any complications, which is quite a big success because, in the case of BMW, aftermarket parts very rarely turn out to be a good idea. Here, the matter is simple. I replace the old damaged sensor with the new component and insert it into its slot. Right after that, a quick check to see if we managed to achieve our goal. And this time, the reading is correct. A complete success! If you liked this material, check out my most interesting video about 7 silent killers of your car. I hope none of them ever get to you. Good luck!